Good morning students. We'll continue with the 11th standard economics, chapter 10, rural economics. Rural economics means rural community or a people living in the villages, we can say it. And the rural problems like it have rural problem like backwardness, agriculture, low income, low employment opportunity, low infrastructure, no literacy, low labor, low price, agriculture production will be very low, large population will be there, labor migration will be there. They will be mostly depend upon the agriculture only, nature only. So according to the census, 2011 census, 6,40,867 villages in India. In that 68.84%, that is 121 crore total population living in rural area. Now we'll go for the futures of rural economy. First one is a village is an institute. So village, most of the villages that people almost will be satisfy all their needs themselves only. They feel that they are very much depend upon one another. Their unity will be very good, we can say. Next, dependency on agriculture. Mostly they will be depend upon the natural resources, agriculture occupation, agro-based occupation only. அதாவது agriculture சார்ந்து உள்ள ஒரு occupation, அதுதான் agro-based சொல்லுவாங்க. Next, life of a rural economy, rural people. Their lifestyle will be simple. The public resources like education, housing, health, sanitation, transportation, communication, banking, roads, markets are very limited. கொஞ்சம் தான் ஒரு limited தான் இருக்கும். ஒரு over infrastructure level township மாதிரி very limited, you know. Then mostly they will be depend upon the faith, superstition, traditional culture practice only they will be depend upon. And also their standard of living will be low, poor. And social organization method of production in that, அதாவது social organization ஓட connect பண்ணுறதுல it will be very weak, only backward only when compared to township. Next, population density. Number of people living in per square, ஒரு square meterல how many people are living. So in that category, village will be scattered, people will be scattered. They will be constructing their home in their farm. அவங்க நிலத்துள்ளே வீடு கட்டிட்டு இருப்பாங்க, அதுதான். So it will be scattered when compared to townல பக்கத்துல வீட்டில் இருக்கும். But in the villages, in the rural area, it will be scattered. Next, dependency we can say. Next, fifth one is that they mostly depend upon the social grants. கவர்மெண்ட்லேருந்து எய்ட் வர்றதுக்காக they will be waiting, and they will be family members family members salary they will be waiting, and maybe that member will be working in the cities or urban area. Next, we can see the employment opportunity will be very low in that area, because there will be excess of agriculture surplus people will be there. So excess that people will be unemployable will be there. So for harvest period only they will have employment opportunity. Other than that 6 months they won't be having the work. So most of them will be unemployed. Next, poverty in this unemployment and poverty we can join together. Without if we destroy the unemployed only, we can remove the poverty. Most of them they won't be fulfill their needs. Food, clothing, shelter won't be there. According to 2011 and 12 census, about 22 crore people are rural area are poor, live in below poverty. அதாவது basic needs கிடைக்காத கூட அவ்வளோ மக்கள் இந்தியாவில் இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. Next, we'll go for the indebtedness. This all the farmers mostly will be they will be taking loans from a private lenders or government. They won't be able to repay the loans. That's why that Macklom will say, Darling will say that an Indian farmer born in debt live in debt and lives in the debt, dies in the debt. அதாவது கடன்லே பிறக்குவான், கடன்லே வாழ்வான், கடன் வாங்கி இறந்து போயிடுவான், அதுதான் அவரோட சொல்கிறேன். So because they will be mostly depend upon the nature rainfall. which year will come a good rainfall means that year only they can harvest will be more. So in that year only he can produce more product, then he will get a more salary or income. In that year only he can pay. If it's rain, it's not proper, a monsoon rain is not proper means he cannot do cultivation. Then rural income, it's very low when compared to their product price. They cannot fix the price for their product, and the insufficient will be there to basic need, fulfill their basic needs will be. But to buy, the expense of agriculture is keep on moving, increasing, pesticides, that and all, to buy that one keep on, and the rate is increasing, but their income is limited only. Next, dependency, already I said. Next, dualism. Dualism in the sense, two extremes. In the villages you can see both rich and poor we can see. It will be the landlord, those who are having more land, they will be dominated the laborers. Next, inequality. You can see the distribution of income will be in the land. The person who is having more land in his hand, he will dominate other people. All the other activity depend upon him only. Next, migrations. For them, there will be no proper employment opportunity. After the harvest period, after the 6 months, they won't be. So what they will do for their own family income, to fulfill their family needs, they will be keep on moving from a rural area to urban area. So that's why it is called as a double poisoning. One side village are keep on empty, and the other side the town or urban area is congested, keep on congested. Then we'll go for the meaning of a rural development. Rural development, you can say the development both in the field of social and economic. The standard of living of a people should be increased. So according to the World Bank, rural development strategy, it should design to improve both the economic and social life should be improved in the rural. It is a improvement process should be well-being, welfare of the people should be. Then only we can consider it as a rural development. What is the need for a rural development in the sense? The major population lives in rural area. The development is very much supportive to the nation. Building their economically, if the nation keep on increasing or keep on developing means it will depend upon the rural only. And rural economy is mostly supported to urban area, in that by supplying drinking water, milk, food, raw material, fruits, vegetables, everything. And the improvement in education, health, sanitation in village can help the many urban problem, that is begging, rack picking, roadside slumming, if it's there. Because then unemployment in the villages and they will come to the urban area. Then if they keep on increasing population means then only this begging, rack picking and all will. So to avoid that ones, better improve the rural area. Next, improvement in agriculture, that should create employment opportunity in agriculture field. As the term create a multi-cropping, if they do means it will be better into them. Next, rural urban migration can be reduced. If they do keep on employment opportunity create in the rural area, means why they will come to the urban area. Then utilize the resources whatever nearby them. So for that our former President Abdul Kalam has said, the PURA, provision of urban amenities rural areas. For that he has given, in that he has said, we have to improve the nation's status to the global area, means basically we have to improve ourselves. Basically for the social and economic needs of the rural people should be first fulfilled. Then only we can consider it as a developed country or a developing country. For that we have to fulfill the human development index should be satisfied. Women empowerment index should be satisfied. Gender disparity index, physical quality life index PQLI, that should be satisfied. Gross national happiness index, all this if it's satisfied only, we can say that a nation should be, a rural development is the proper one. According to that, a planning design should be done. So next, what is the problem of a rural economy? First one, a people related problem. That means individual, their standard of living will be low. We can say it is a mostly their illiteracy, lack of technical knowledge. They won't be have a technical how to use that technology they won't be knowing. Low level of confidence, dependency of sentiments, beliefs, blind beliefs will be there. Next, agriculture related problem. Lack of expected awareness in the knowledge in the field of agriculture. Unavailability of seeds, pesticide, manure, it won't be there at the time of which time they needed, that time it won't be available means they cannot do the agriculture properly. Harvest won't be fulfilled. Next, poor marketing. For their product, they cannot fix the price means then how they will sell the product. Then insufficient staff and services to market their product. There is no staff and services will be there. Small size holding of land, subdivision, fragmentation from the generation to generation, land is subdivided. Then they cannot do modern technology. Then infrastructure on their work is very low, and also low adaptation of modern technology because of subdivision and fragmentation. So as the absence of all farmers is fixing their price for their product is it is there means how the farmers will fulfill their needs. Next, we'll go for infrastructure related problem. So these are the problem you can see in the diagram. Infrastructure related problem. Poor infrastructure facility like water, electricity, transportation, education, communication, health, employment, storage facility for their food grains, it won't be there. Then there is they have to, in search of all this, they wanted to shift to the urban areas. Next, economic related problem. That means that means you can adopt high cost of technology, high cost of input, low income will be there. There will be always an indebtedness, inequality in the landholders. Landlords will be keep on dominating the landless laborers. Few landlords will have a large area of land. So they won't be giving any interest in the improving their agricultural land, and also they won't be bothered about the welfare of the people. Next, leadership related problem. In villages, that leadership will be in the hands of inactive, incompetent leader, lazy, lethargical, and also some of the political leaders will be dominant. That leaders also will be happen. Next, administrative problem. The political interference, lack of motivation and low wages, improper utilization of budget, whatever sanctioned by the government, that and all will be there. And this and all will be monitored by the proper authority. Then only everything will be there. But it is the absence of monitoring also will be there. நூறு நாள் வேலையில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா who is working there properly. அதில் இருந்த எல்லா ஏரிங்களும் தூருன்னு கரெக்டாக வரையிருந்தாங்கன்னா இப்போ வெள்ளம் வருந்தாலும் மழையினாலே தான் ஆயிருக்காது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் a lack of absence of monitoring only because of this. Next we will go for the rural poverty. Poverty in India has been defined. That means the individual cannot earn the sufficient income to fulfill the at least minimum needs of his family members. So on base of this one, they have a low income, nutrition intake will be less. The person consuming less than 2,400 calories per day will be there. But in rural area, they are treated as under rural property because they don't have any proper income. Then how they will take a nutrition food? According to the Planning Commission of India, 54.10% of people living low poverty line according to 2009 and 10 census. That means intake of a nutrition is not sufficient. In 2005, 80% of rural poor people living in the rural area, and 2015, 80 crores. 2005, 80%. 2015, 80 crore of India people living in the villages with the poor. So what is this causes for the rural poverty? And also we can say in the worldwide total poor people worldly calculate 22% poor people living in India. So what will be the reasons, causes for the rural poverty? First, majority of rural people work are hired labor, supportive. Always they will be working under the supervision on laborers only. Most of them will be hired laborers only. தினக்கூலிகளை வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு இருப்பாங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் absence of non-farm employment, excess of supply of laborers in the rural area. That means ஒரு இடத்துல 10 பேர் போகிற இடத்துல 10 பேருக்கு தான் வேலை இருக்குன்னா 20 பேர் போனாங்கன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? என்ன பண்ண 20 பேருக்கு ஒருத்தருக்கு 100 ரூபாய் கொடுக்குறது 50 ரூபா கொடுத்துடும். அதுதாங்க because of this reduce the wages, because excess labor is there. Next, then because wages reduces means it is income also will reduce. Next, lack of public sector investment. In rural area there is no industrial is adopted, industrial is not installed, yet not established. If it's there means surplus people from the agriculture, they will go and work in that industry, but it is not available. Next, inflation. Steady increase in price of other product, keep on increasing, pesticide, manure, for their prices and all, but agriculture product price is not increasing. That's why all the problem, their purchasing power is very less. Next, law of productivity. That means low productivity of rural labor. That means from farm land they don't have at the time of harvest what they were time of when they manure, pesticide, chemicals at that time they wanted to have. That means that not be available in that time means how they can produce the agriculture product more. Without the facility they cannot produce more. Next, unequal benefit of growth. That means a major gains of economic development. India is adopting many plans, but it will be launched or enjoyed by the urban rich people and not reached properly to the poor. Those are living under poverty line, it's not reaching. Next, low rate of economic growth. A low target, always a poor or a denied from the benefit, because it is, whatever the government planning is launched, that is not reached to the below poverty line people. It is not poor people, it's not reached, so it is was denied. Next, more emphasis important on large industry. So the government is giving more important on large industry. Investment is not given only for the investment is given only for the large industries only, not for the agriculture fields. And also they will be giving more concentration and fulfill the needs of only for the middle class people, upper middle class people, urban areas only. But this villages people, those are in the poor poverty line, it not be reached, all the grants is not reached to them. So these industry are capital intensive, profit motive only. They won't be use their technology or investment for the welfare of the people. It's not there. So the government has to create more employment opportunity for this poor people. Then only that poor people will come out from the this poverty line. Next is social evils like custom beliefs. They'll keep on taking the loans or for the money from the private lender or from the bank for the unproductive purpose only they'll be and spending their money. And the remedial, what is the remedy for this poverty? Means unemployment and rural interrelate. If you reduce the unemployment only, then only we can banish the unemployment. Then unemployment, if it's vanished only, poverty will be removed. Without the employment, without the increasing of employment opportunity, poverty cannot be diminished from India. So the government has introduced many poverty alleviation schemes to avoid the unemployment, begging, rag picking, slumming, that and all should avoid. So government has given many poverty eradication schemes. In that we can see the 20-point schemes, Pradhana Mantri Adarsh. So these are the schemes is launched by Government of India. So according to the 20-point schemes in one, we can see here 20-point schemes in 1975. So in the 20-point schemes, these were launched by the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in 1975. According to that, what and all should be concentrated அப்படின்னா poverty, unemployment, education, housing, health, agriculture, land reforms, irrigation, drinking water protection, empowerment, weaker section, consumer protection, environmental protection. All this should be in that 20 points program. So these are the elevation program year wise they launched. Government is giving a more important, but it is not launched to, or it is not reached to the poor people. That's what they are telling. All the poor people is denied. It is not reached, they are telling. So next class we'll go for the rural unemployment. Thank you.